The art scene in Fort Collins is vibrant. We have an abundance of options when it comes to the performing arts. One resource we tend to overlook, though, are the art programs at Colorado State University. Well, there's a new man in town, and he's looking to change that. I'm Lenny Scoville, and this is Stages. Welcome once again. This time we are at the Thrust Theater, the University Center for the Performing Arts, Colorado State University, and I'm here with NOAH RACEY. Welcome to Stages, Noah.
Thank you very much, Lenny.
So we have you on here today because you've got a new program that's starting up here, correct? There's a new program in music theater going on at Colorado State University.
There is a new emphasis in musical theater. They created a new position for me. They wanted someone in off the streets. They wanted someone who was in the business of it, as opposed to having someone who's steeped in academia and the literary side of it. They wanted someone who'd been in the business.
Mm-hmm. And that clearly is you?
That was me.
All
that
right.
was me. It ended up being kind of a beautiful serendipitous timing for me in my career and what I was looking for. And so they have brought me in to help them develop ultimately what is going to be a BFA program in musical theater, and just fine-tuning how we can aim for that. We have a lot going on at the UCA and in the program at SMTD, where we're getting accredited for NAST, and there's a program review happening. It's all really bubbling and churning right now. So I'm stepping into a really exciting time for the theater department here.
That sounds very exciting. So tell us about yourself. Where are you coming to us from?
I came to you from 119th Street between Lenox and Adam Clayton Powell, which is Manhattan, the top of the park, New York City. I've been there for about 26 years, and I went there after college, and I've been there ever since. So that's the short abridged version. I hail from Seattle originally, and before that, a twinkle in my father's eye. Mm-hmm. So,
well, what did your career look like while you were in New York?
My career was based on Broadway. I was a song and dance man, actor, singer, dancer. I came up from the line, as the tradition goes. I was an ensemble performer, and then graduated into leading roles. And I've been doing that for the past 26 years. I've done 5 original Broadway shows, choreographed a show on Broadway, and just lived the dream. Mm-hmm. Really have had an amazing time and continue to have a really wonderful connection to the theater scene in New York.
So what shifted then that made you want to leave that behind and come out here to the wilderness and
Right to the foothills of the Rockies. It was all timing and priority shifted. Honestly, I've lived a lot of dreams. I've had a lot of amazing experiences, and I fell in love with a woman that we started thinking, where do we want to do this we thing? That was a big part of it, and I realized that I wanted to be somewhere outside of the ring of New York City. I wanted to be in a smaller community. I wanted to be in a community that wasn't just everything that New York was, which was very big, very bustling, very, very small, and tightly cramped. I love the city, but I was ready to dream in bigger ways. If that's funny, because it seems like it's the biggest dream is to be there and make it big. But I was ready to experience other places, a home. I wanted to have a home where I could, namely, start to grow something. It's a metaphor that covers everywhere in my life. My fiance and I want to grow a family. I want to grow a program. It all kind of happened in a similar timing. A friend of mine joined the crew here. The wardrobe costume shop manager, Elise Kulavani, came on board here a year and a half ago, and she was reporting really wonderful things about the program. And then they had this position that they created. They wanted to have someone come in, and she just sent it over and said, take a look at this. I don't know what's going on with you, but right now this is a really fertile and exciting place. So it timed out beautifully with me just taking a breath and saying, what do I want to do next? Do I want to build another show? Do I want to do another role? Do I want to have this, it's always new. Broadway is always new. Something is new all the time. So I realized I wanted to do other things. I wanted to see what else I could create. And this was an amazing opportunity to do that.
So what do you envision this program looking like? How do you, because there's already a solid theater and acting program going on here. There's a technical theater program and costuming, as you say. And of course there's a genuine school of music going on here. So how do you carve out your niche in the midst of all of that? What does this program look like as it starts to unfold?
Well, as I look at what is working now and what is strong about this program now is this is a family of artists who come together to use this whole building as a way to show people how to collaborate on this kind of work. I don't want to mess that up. I don't want to change what is working really beautifully about that. And you mentioned the tech program and the acting program that is existing in its form now. They wanted musical theater in here because musical theater has gestated and grown and evolved in the past 20 years to be an art form that transcends the old jazz hands kind of idea about what musical theater was. Music in theater has become something that is a through line for almost everything that happens on Broadway. Everything has a soundtrack, a soundscape, everything has movement of some kind. It's amazing how much plays have started to become a collection of different disciplines. So they wanted that kind of energy here, and I am that. So what I see this being, UCA in Fort Collins at CSU, I see it being kind of a part retreat monastery in the foothills where you go and you really study intently this idea of interdisciplinary collaboration, sans the organized religion part, if I may. But I see it as growing in a way where we implement things like right now there's no audition for the program. You apply to CSU, you get in, you can come and take classes. That's working well. I want to lift up a specialized study. I want to create in this BFA, I want to create a format for people to really in-depthly study what it is to be in this industry and this business of creating art. That's what I came up through at the Boston Conservatory, pardon my gravelly voice, but it's the dry air here in Colorado, I came up through the Boston Conservatory, and that was a program geared towards professionals. So that's what I know. So what I want to see happen here is what's working, continuing to work, and then kind of just breathing a new level of expectation. What the scenic can do, what this theater can do, what I expect of the students. We just did a production of A Man of No Importance, and it was a really, really wonderful experience. And
a great show, by the way.
You saw it,
yes.
Right? Thank you. I was really proud of what the whole family as a group did, what I asked of them, what the scenic was able to accomplish, what the students were able to accomplish, without it being an audition program. They really stepped up and gave a really wonderful show. I want to continue that. I want to continue a sense of come here to be a part of a collective, be a part of people who understand that this box that we exist in here, this box with lights, etc., is an idea factory. We come in here, and I call it the Inside Out Club. You come in here, you bring what's inside, you bring it out. All of us, designers, actors, everyone who works in theater is such a beautifully collaborative art form That's what I want to see continue to grow. I would like to. I know the head of the school here, Dan Goebel, Price Johnston, who heads the head of the theater department, and our dean are really geared toward this, finding a niche for this school, having it be a nationally recognized program. That's what I want. Mm-hmm. I want people to want to be here, to be a part of something very specific, very exclusive. Not exclusive as in excluding people, but exclusive as in we exclusive in the way that we are dedicating ourselves to how beautifully you can care about music, theater, text, movement, all of these things existing in one place, which is musical theater. Mm-hmm. But I'm on a kick these days because it's at this turning point of how musical theater is looked at. It is such a wide open kind of art form, and everywhere around people are gleaning from it. Operas learning about musical theater, plays, straight plays are learning about musical theater, how music can be woven in, how movement can be woven in. It is such an impressive and vital and exciting, expanding art form.
Yeah, and you mentioned that the modern musical theater isn't the jazz hands, as you referred to it. But it's interesting to think about because musical theater, of course, has been a popular art form for centuries, especially in this country. And it seems like about every 30 years, 40 years, it sort of reinvents itself once again. And I've definitely had that sense that we are in a new epoch of musical theater.
Most definitely. With the advent of, we're doing Cabaret next fall, which I'm so excited about doing. But Kander and Ebb's creation, Cabaret, was a huge step. Rent was a massive step. Hamilton now is a massive, beautiful step towards what we can do with spoken word narratives. It does regenerate itself every 30 years. What's different about right now, I see, is that the minds that are involved in musical theater are the minds that are involved with opera and ballet, and the cross-pollination between art forms is just amazing right now. I feel like it used to be that the same 7 old white men controlled the art world, and so we could point at those 7 tastes and go, there was the Renaissance, because that's when that happened, and they all agreed, let's spend a lot of money for this, and that's when we can say that's when that happened. Right now, with the advent of the internet, I don't think we're aware of the kind of renaissance that's going on right now. The kind of, like I was saying, the kind of cross-pollination of dance styles, of music styles, across the board, everybody is reaching into each other's country and demanding that this global art family talk to each other. Mm-hmm. We can't be kept apart.
Right. Well, and I think another interesting thing that I've noted about this internet age is that for one thing, the way information is disseminated has changed, right? The classical mode for a millennia has been an authoritarian figure standing here and giving the information to this mass out here, right? Yeah. The talking head on TV, the professor in the classroom, the priest in the church, right?
Right.
The internet has invited everybody into a conversation, right?
Fully.
We're crowdsourcing information all the time.
Yeah.
And I see that in the arts too, and that the audience wants to be a part of the conversation. They don't want to just sit back and receive as much anymore.
Definitely.
So this is your opportunity to talk to Fort Collins. What do you want to tell them about what's happening here? How do you want to encourage them to get over here and check this out?
Come see. Come check out this group of artists who are taking and shaping young talent in just amazing ways. It is a laboratory. It is a showcase. It's just a vital, exciting time here at the UCA, I'm encouraging everybody, get the word out. Get the word out. That's what you're asking me to do.
That's exciting. Something new is going on here. There's a new energy.
Yeah, I feel like
there's a new sheriff in town.
There's a new sheriff, but it's not even that. I'm stepping onto a moving train. That I came on board this program partly because they had built up a really strong design program around these students. There's a great costume and set and lighting design here. That is amazing to see that that's so well supported. Now I'm bringing a part and parcel more in infusion of blood and bone. You know, they want the human beings in the middle of it as we grow, and to tie together all of these disciplines. That's what's most exciting. Yeah, come and check us out. Come and see what's going on here at the UCA.
Yeah. Well, NOAH RACEY, we're really excited to have you here in Fort Collins. Looking forward to exciting new projects coming out of Colorado State in the next couple of years. Thank you for joining us here on Stages today.
Thank you so much, Lenny. Good to be here.